Yo, yo, my peoples. I'm Amy with the E, and welcome to the 7th episode of EasyCast. Let's get it. Today. Stop.
Go.
No, you
Okay.
go first.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop it.
You talk. I can't do it.
Today is going to be more of a serious episode, although the weird beginning. We're going to be talking about how to improve yourself, my journey, some negatives of, the addictions. We're going to talk about motivation, how to attain it, what to use when you have it. We're going to talk about overthinking. I'm still laughing.
I was just thinking, like, if someone skipped 10 seconds of us laughing, it went from us dying to today we're gonna be talking about addictions. I'm sorry, I'm crying already. I'm crying.
That was too quick.
Oh god.
We're going to be talking about, addictions. We're going to talk about overthinking, how to overcome it. We're going to talk about, time management, focusing. And to break it up, we're going to have some top 5 draft segment in between. And we're going to keep it nice and fresh. And we have Stewie with us today.
Yes, big old Stews. Stew, say hi.
Yo, my people.
Oh, he's stealing your flow, bro. I can't lie.
I'm going to have to kick him off the podcast.
Nah, you don't want to. Look what he's got. He's got the gauntlet, bro.
My bad, bro.
Don't mess with Stewie, bro. He's been through it, lost an eye, bro.
Damn.
He's gone through it. But Stewie, tell us about yourself. Why are you here today? What are you doing, Stewie?
Just here.
Yeah, this is.
Like Yahya.
Wait,
What?
what?
I was forced here.
Oh, it was forced. Yeah, you were forced here. But no, it's all right. No, it's Amin behind the camera. He's on the
It's
camera
actually not.
switching. Oh,
His soul's stuck inside the bear.
sorry, my bad. Amin's soul is stuck inside the bear, and he's also switching the cameras for us. But we thought we'd give him a mic, see as he's speaking now for us. So yeah, today is obviously going to be a bit more of a serious podcast. We'd like to.
Not necessarily serious, but we're trying to help you guys out, and we're gonna go back and forth and
Converse
converse with my beloved little brother.
Oh, thank you. Okay, don't.
I was gonna kiss your hand.
I know.
Okay, fine.
All right. Would you like to begin?
Why am I
Talk about being the best version of yourself.
Okay. So being the best version of yourself, it sucks.
No.
Okay. Working last year, I used the whole year to work on the best version of myself, and it starts off by listing all the negatives, working on every single one of them, trying to become the best version so that, well, for me, my goal is to be ready for marriage, to be, classified as the man, and to achieve, to be better. And because most people nowadays are always are just stuck in the matrix, but they're stuck in that was, you laugh like, it's not funny. Everyone's stuck in this zone that, just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's okay. And you see, like, in terms of when I was talking about addictions, pornography, music, vaping,
Vaping.
and there was another one I listed. What was it? Social media as well. Those are like the biggest, what's it called? Like deprivations. Is that how you say it? Like they limit you from trying to achieve your highest. And most people are not taking that step to achieve that. So what I decided last year was, okay, you know what? I'm going to actually change, and I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve. And that's what I did. So that's what that's a lot of the reason I started this podcast is so I can help teach people these attributes, help with this advice. Again, like I was speaking with overthinking, motivation, all of that, because a lot of people don't know where they're going. A lot of people are not heading in the right direction.
So what were some of the things that you were doing that you wanted to stop or better on or fix, that like those negative things and negative attributes that you were talking about?
Well, negative attributes, I would have to say there was definitely like, you know, confidence. I couldn't even answer a phone call properly. I'll get to the solutions in a second.
Yeah.
But in general, like revolutionizing, or what's it called? Like uh
It's changing.
yeah, completely changing, you know, like time management, overthinking, focusing,
Social anxiety sort of stuff.
social anxiety, not caring about what other people think, just trying to strive and do the best. So I listed all the negatives on my notes, and I actively worked on them. And this involves also religion too. You know, I want to be the best version of myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, and all of it connects.
Yeah, religion applies for everyone. Doesn't matter what religion you're in. Like,
Yeah,
you can still be better at it. You know, like you can be better religiously. So
100%.
it doesn't matter Muslim, Christian, Jewish. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and like that's the argument that we were saying in the last podcast about atheism. How the only problem that you see with it, other than whatever, like the argument of it not being about God, is that they have to go through their own moral compass. Like they decide themselves,
Yeah.
and that leads to a lot of people following their own desires and going off a different path. So, what I listed was being more compassionate. I was definitely, you know, a lot like I'm still lacking a little bit when it comes to like kids and, you know, hanging like with little kids, or being more thoughtful.
Like having a bit more pity sort of thing, or
Yeah, kind of. Well, not pity in a bad way, but
yeah, like kind of affectionate as well. With
Yeah.
like some things that you wouldn't be very affectionate with before, but you should be. It's,
Yeah, I
it's
was-
helpful.
I was kind of just a bit more stern, you know. In general, in terms of like being knowledgeable in everything that I'm doing, striving, being work ready, university ready, you know, getting all my work on time, focusing, and we're gonna get to all of those, and I focused on all of those things and used the whole year to be able to achieve that. And that's why, like, going to work, I was working in a construction company, and I worked for that whole year, and that allowed me to grow with everything I wanted to do. For example, with confidence, I wanted to be able to speak in front of like not a crowd, but I want to speak in front of people without having to worry. Like doing a presentation, even till now, I'll still get nervous a little bit.
100%.
Even when we record a podcast, there's like the tiny bit before we start, a bit of nervousness. Even there's always going to be a bit of it there.
Yeah.
But you just have to keep attacking it with things, because the only way to get over your fear is to be put through it, right?
100%.
Well, mainly, yeah.
Yeah, like I had a presentation I had to do.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, I was a bit, panicking
This
because
semester?
the one that I
Yeah.
just did recently. Because like I never really did a presentation in front of people, like just in general. And when I did do it back in school, it was always shaky, and
Yeah.
it's all your friends, so it's kind of half sort of thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
These people in my class, I don't even know them. I know nothing about them. Like only one or two boys I'm friends with, right? So it's like I know nothing about them. So doing it in front of them is like a completely new thing to me. So I panicked, but the only like way to, stop that fear was when I started. After I started, I slowly started getting better and better while I was throughout talking, because I thought I was panicking about my time. I had to do 5 minutes, and I was gonna read too fast and stumble too much and all that. But my main problem was obviously putting in too many filler words, which I still do now, talking to you.
Like saying like and
Saying
we do
saying
that,
right
yeah.
at the end of a sentence, like doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
right. I
Yeah,
heard that a
yeah.
lot. I get a lot of comments on like, oh, he says right too much. I've seen it. Yeah.
Really?
Well, like comments from like just
yeah,
in general.
from
You know what I
people,
mean?
Yeah.
So it was only when I started talking that I really started getting that confidence boost. So I could speak more projectively and less shaky.
Yeah.
My words will come out with more like academic words, you could say. You know what I
And
mean?
you can kind of say, like, you can use it as a metaphor that once you start, it like you showed that it's all in the brain. Once you started, you just clicked,
100%.
right? And you got a lot better. You just have to keep working on it. And that's what I did last year. And, actively we still try to attain all the, problems. We try to get past all the problems we have and be the best version of yourself. And the number one way to do that is realize what do you have in your life that's what's making you who's holding you back, right?
I think what you first have to do is point out your goals. You have to figure out what you really want so you can
Yeah.
see what's holding you back.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you're right. Actually, that's why I put my first goal as marriage. I want to, be able to go to. Okay, in thinking about it religiously, I want to go to the highest level of heaven, right? To attain that, I want to have good children that can pass on my good deeds and like carry on the legacy, right?
Yeah.
To be able to have that, I need to get married, and to be able to have those type of children, I need to have a righteous wife. To be able to attain someone that I want, I need to be that person, but better, if not better, right? You can't. People always expect to get the people that they want. They want to see themselves be like that. They say, "Oh, she's gonna fix me. She's gonna help me."
Yeah.
That everyone says that. "Oh, she's gonna wake me up for this prayer. Oh, she's gonna make me do this. She's gonna make me get out of bed." But you need to be able to do that for yourself. Be independent for yourself first, and then you'll find a person like that.
Yeah, like Yahya was saying a couple of podcasts ago,
Yeah.
you attract what you portray. So if I was actually speaking to someone recently about that,
Really.
and I'm telling them like you can't give up on yourself so quickly because they're not doing the best in studies. I go, you got to realize what you really want and where you want to be, because I know that you're feeling a bit miserable, and if you stay that way, you're only going to get worse. So I said, put what you really want in front of you and work on what's stopping you from getting there. So I don't know how well the talk went with them, but a lot of people, I've definitely spoken to the person multiple times, but some people will get it now, some people take 50 times, but as long as you don't give up on that person, it shows that they'll really appreciate it later. They'll come back to you and be like, you actually get the good deeds, it makes you feel good as a person as well, being able to be there for people.
100%. I know people that, it took them like 2 years to be able to, it took them 2 years to be able to, finally click and actually start really taking in the advice that I was giving him. And after, I say this to everyone, take this advice, right? And watch your life change. Watch your life change. If you actually follow through with it, you'll see it change. The main reason why people don't see it change is because they become lazy. And why is that? Addictions.
A lot of addiction. Good
Good
switch. Good
segue.
switch.
Good segue.
Good
segue. Yeah, I need to get better at segues.
But we did. We
We
pretty
got
good.
good at segue. Addictions. So I'm gonna get to pornography like later, but first I'm gonna touch on social media. Social media can be a great thing, and it can be a bad thing at the same time. Obviously, we know that ourselves that a lot of people just sit on there for hours at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., just
100%.
scrolling. I'm gonna sleep in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
30
I mean,
minutes go by.
we can't say we're perfect. We're all victims to the doom
100%.
scrolling, especially me. I definitely have an Insta Reel addiction. It's not that bad or as bad as it used to be, but yeah, I love Insta Reel sometimes, man. I'll catch myself in there for 30 minutes, and then you wake up and you're like, "What have I been doing, man? Like I
what
really
have you
wasted my time."
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of posts about this. A lot of people talking about it. When you really think about it, what like 1-2 single videos do you really remember watching? Like what content other than the beneficial stuff do you really remember? And even the beneficial stuff.
That's what they say about TikTok, Insta Reels, YouTube
Exactly.
Shorts.
Short form content, that's what it is.
No, you don't even remember the last 10 videos you've watched because
No
it's
way.
so short. I saw another video that was about if you're watching 15-second videos for 30 minutes, I think that's 120 videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
120 different
I'm
forms of
pretty
content.
sure that the math might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it's
on
120.
average,
4 times
120.
15, yeah.
It's 120 videos. You know how like think about it. And let's say you're watching 30-second videos. That's what, 60? Yeah. That's crazy. 1 minute videos, that's 30.
Say like 10 of them are related to the same topic, and then 10 of them are related to another topic. But there's just so much that goes on. You can't really, it's kind of like a mind-numbing thing. It's just to keep your brain going. And honestly, I think it makes people not have the thoughts that they have when they're alone. The really crucial thoughts that you have when you think to yourself. Like, as a real human being, you need to sit there and critically think about yourself and about your life and stuff like that.
That's 100%
So
correct.
That's why sometimes I'll turn off Instagram just so I can sit there and just think. Like, people in the morning, even me, I'll wake up, open up your phone, go on social media. And you'll scroll for 10 minutes, then get out of bed. Something like that. You need to wake up and think about, like, life. You need to think about things more.
You know what? It's like you're taking in 100 different emotions, going in like you're overstimulating yourself over and over again. This photo shows this is a happy video, this is a sad video. This ties in with music, by the way. The
Yeah.
music that everyone uses, you can have like the sick, Travis Scott, whatever type hype music, and then you just get some like, Snowfall.
Snowfall, Perfect
like,
Girl.
Yeah.
All the Doomer
the sad
videos.
ones. And it's such a mix. And then by the end of it, you're numb. You're literally numb to the emotions and what you want to think about.
Yeah,
You get me?
It's like basically is you get high off of that dopamine hit.
Exactly true.
You literally get high and you fry your brain to the point where you cannot go without having that dopamine hit. It's a full addiction. It's the exact same, if not worse than drugs at this point.
And now you'd want to say like, okay, you're going to mention all these negative things about it. Okay, how do you solve it? Right? The number one thing that I say is in the morning, don't go on your phone. It's hard. Even for me, I understand sometimes I go on it sometimes, but trust me, the days I've done a comparison for myself. The days that I don't go on my phone for the first 20, 30 minutes, I actually just don't. I just look, okay, I turn off my alarm. I get up and go to the bathroom, wash my face, pray, and then go about my day. And then I'll turn on my phone. Or as I'm going to eat breakfast, I turn on my phone. Compared to the day that I will look at it as soon as I wake up, my eyes the whole day are always feel grainy and always feel strained compared to the day that I don't look at it in the morning. That first 30 minutes of your day is so crucial that people don't like consider how important that 30 minutes of, trying to get the sunlight hitting your face, waking up naturally if you can, and actually not using that social media. I think the worst form is 100% TikTok, only because of its algorithm, because it really, really targets you. I know Instagram Reels is getting there too.
Yeah, I think they're all about the same at this point.
Yeah.
They just, like at this point, everyone kind of knows the algorithm, what it does to you, but they just kind of use it to their own advantage. They'll be like, oh, I like this video, I want more of it. You know what I mean? But then that's just you bringing more harm to yourself.
You know what happened to me? I want more videos because I want to write a book, right? A novel.
Yeah.
So I said, I just kept talking to my phone. I said, book, writing, author. I want to write a book. I want to write a book. I want to write a book. Go back on TikTok like, a couple days later, and every single video is about books. And I'm like, it just proves it.
Like obviously everyone knows, they listen to you, blah, 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 all that stuff. No need to get into it.
Yeah.
But it's just the algorithm's so like controlling over you. It's obviously the whole point is to get you to stay and watch a video as long as possible and keep scrolling.
Yeah.
And keep scrolling. But it's just actually mind numbing. It's very bad.
I think the first thing to try to get yourself out of it is to withstand long form content. It's an odd way of trying to get out of it. But think about it. If it obviously don't become like the same on long form content and only stick to that. But you'll find yourself after a minute of a video, you'll be like, I need to watch something different. You know, because you're so you have this short attention span because of the YouTube Shorts, the Reels, the TikToks. So
it's not like we can blame you. It's not like you can blame yourself.
Yeah.
It's just the way it became,
This
right?
is just how it's become with everything.
But it's kind of like a test or a challenge that you have to prove to yourself that, you can be better than, I guess not better than everyone, but good enough to like be normal again. It's not normal.
Most people, as I said in the beginning, are stuck in this loop. You want to be able to take that step out of that bubble, and once you take the step out of the bubble, you will see that everyone is stuck in this loop that is just they're repeating the same mistakes, they're doing the same things, and okay, what's next? You will find most teens, we have all the resources now. Not only do we have AI, and we've spoken about AI many times, so I'm not going to get into AI, but we have literally everything, the benefits. We're living in, alhamdulillah, like a very good household, and most of us that do watch this, or people that at least have a phone, and like we have the benefits, and we have enough, and we have the benefits of this generation around us, all the resources.
And obviously not everyone does, and we're
Obviously,
not, we're not saying that you have to as well, but everyone can benefit themselves in a different way. You know what I mean?
100%. I'm just saying compared to like most people and most of the teens that do have that. I'm targeting towards the people that do actually have these resources but don't use it to their advantage. Most people will come back home and then, okay, I understand winding off playing a game for a bit, but that's all their life. League, 5 hours.
League
Valorant,
of Legends.
3
the word.
hours.
Hey, don't call it Valorant. I just got back into it. Don't do this to me.
No. League,
It is bad though.
Valorant.
Valorant takes like an hour a game. It's not good.
That's why I'll never play it because
Don't get hate, bro. Don't get
I'm
hate.
not. I'm just saying I'll never play it because people don't realize, like, if my parents need something and stuff like that, I need to, actually get
Be
up.
there,
Yeah.
and you can't get off the game obviously because you get banned.
So in terms of short form content, the best way to limit it is to, it's to slowly get off it. The most you can do is hide your apps on your phone.
That's what I did.
Hide your apps on your phone, and slowly you'll realize you're not going to even click it on anymore because you're not seeing it. And if it's that bad, just delete it for one day and see how you go. Just test it.
Yeah, I think like just limiting yourself, giving yourself a certain amount of time allocated to being allowed to sit there and scroll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you slowly lower that to the point where you don't really want to be in it, because when you're not on it, it gives you'll be like, oh, but I don't really have anything else to do. But that's because you're not giving yourself the time. You're not giving yourself the time of day.
You're not giving yourself the opportunity or the thing that can be filled during that time that you don't know what you want to do. That's the biggest thing, and we're gonna get to that later about motivation, how to attain that. Like what do you do in the time that's open, right? Instead of filling it up with social media and all that stuff, you can fill it in with productivity, and obviously a bit of mix is fine. But getting into, like, for example, music, we already mentioned it, it's kind of the same, right?
Yeah, you just get a hit from it. It's another dopamine controlling
Dopamine hit,
thing.
yes.
It kind of, whatever song you listen to will put you in a mood. Some people are like, oh, I listen to sad music even at the gym, but I feel good and all that. But in the end, it's never going to be good for you. And obviously, I can't say I don't listen to music still a bit. I've limited myself completely from what I used to do.
Yeah.
But it's still there. And obviously, I know that when I do listen to it, I'm like, damn, I'm really like getting an emotion out of this. The fact that it can change my mood so badly to the point where I'm doing better in the gym, or I'm doing something a bit more, motivationally. It's like it can't be my drive. It has to be something else.
You realize once you stop for a bit that when you do hear that one song, or you do hear that sad song, you realize the amount of emotion that changes within you because of that one song.
Yeah.
When you're stimulated, again, it's the same thing with social media. When you're stimulated with all these different emotions in all these different songs and lyrics telling you to do these things, and I'm not trying to sound like the old parent that says, oh my God, it's telling you to do this and that and whatever, and gang fight,
No,
but
not gang fight.
not
It'd
gang
be more
fight.
like
sexual things.
Sorry, guys, the camera just cut off. Randomly, the charge was fine, but we're back. Still talking about music and about the stuff that it can make you want to do, the temptations it gives, and go on, my brother.
Wow, what a great little introduction you
I
did
just have to give a little touch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now so we're gonna get into. I think we've talked about music enough, but let's get into pornography a little bit. Luckily, you weren't. Luckily, you. Okay. Anyway, okay. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting for you to start. You just made me laugh.
Okay. First of all, pornography bad.
And finish.
It's the wrong source of dopamine. I'm like, it gives you the wrong expectation of what you're going to get in.
It's fake, basically.
It not only is it fake, it's so unreal that when you go and when you're old enough and you whatever you do da da da
Da, da, da. The birds and the bees.
the birds and the bees.
When you get married, halal. Stay halal.
I mean,
Fatima's waiting for me.
Like when you actually get to the real thing, you'll get turned off. You know why? On YouTube, on the news today, there was a guy speaking about it. Over 50% of people, of Australians at 13 or under 13, have watched pornography.
It's because the environment's so bad and it's become
It's
so
the environment.
like normalized. We said it in a podcast before, like to ruin a nation. Someone even commented it to us, so then we could, say properly. I don't remember the comment.
Yeah.
Normalize nudity, pornography, and just sexualization of women.
Yeah.
And you destroyed an entire nation already.
And not only that, so I know a friend who actually used to watch it all the time. Who used to, whatever every day. And then when it came to the actual thing, they felt nothing. They literally said, "You were right. like it's so dull afterwards because you expect this grand thing and all these weird. It makes you think about different kinks and different things that is not necessarily normal, or it's weird to it, like in the natural way, to someone compared to someone who hasn't seen anything of that before, right? And it gives you this bad stimulation that it's premature, and it makes you stimulated through the use of your eyes and actually not by the action. And it when you watch it, it's with the colors. They mess around with all the colors. They mess around with all like the videos, the angles. Everything is all made for you to be fully stimulated and to be like consumed in it, so that you believe that when it's time for the actual thing, that's how it is, and when it's not, that's when it causes the cameras to turn off again. So camera cut again, but it's fine now. I was making the point that people who watch pornography will not properly experience having intercourse, for example. What's the only example? In the future, like innocently, or as if it's the first time. You can. I'll give you the analogy quickly. You can take someone. Imagine someone at level 1 and level 100. The person at level 1 playing with the person at level 100 is not going to have fun, because the one at level 100 knows everything. They've lost all the experience of learning with someone that's also new, and they learn together, right? Instead of they just go quickly skyrocket to level 100, and then they know everything. They become bored. They don't know what to do. And you can like kind of use that analogy on intercourse in the future, and that's how it works. And that's why a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces and all that, we see this high, because most people are so fixated on what they saw. Their brain plays this image, and the biggest thing is that you have this chemical. Do you want to say something first?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it gives you like an unreal expectancy, and
Yeah.
I've spoken to people obviously before who have had that problem, and they're telling me like, it's like you just become addicted, and you need something new, you need someone new every time, because you go from this video to that person, to that
Exactly.
person, to that person, to that person. You get bored of one person when it's in real life, when you finally meet that person,
Like
and
going
your whole
around, yeah.
yeah, because you want something new every time, which
Yeah,
can't
100%.
happen. You can't be content anymore.
And like that, I guess that's the same with social media and all that, because you're going through so
It's
many
all
people.
it's all addictions that go full circle around each other, but everything has different points.
The biggest thing also that I would say is there's a in your brain, the chemical, how it works for an addiction. For example, with nicotine, is when you're supposed to process, you're supposed to take this chemical that you're not going to have nicotine, or you don't need nicotine or whatever. But then the chemical that is fighting that it needs nicotine it overrides the one that doesn't, because you keep taking it. And I'm probably not saying it in the greatest way, but the same works in terms of pornography. And I'm relating this back to people just seeing any woman on the street. Pornography makes you sexualize women.
Over-sexualize women, yeah.
Not even like sexualizing, over sexualizing, all of that about women. You can't go past, like, people that watch pornography can't go past a normal girl in the street and see like a tiny bit of skin by accident, if even, and not think about, I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
Yeah, like just in general. Oh, she's wearing tight clothes. I got to turn around, and have another look.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, look at this. Yeah, like
Like it's that bad. It's so immature. And look, I understand. Almost everyone's doing it. Doesn't matter what religion. Most boys are doing it now.
that's why it's quote unquote normalized, which it shouldn't be.
And that's why I was saying at the start, not everything that's normalized is okay. And
Most things that are normalized aren't okay, to be honest. Like really.
yeah, so the best solution to stop something like this is by giving yourself a day on, day off. Right? You can't stop an addiction just like that. If you guys want a better explanation, that I've written everything down, it's in my bio on amv.e. Under the story highlight called "Read This." And if you read all of it, you'll see that it has all the steps. But I'm gonna give you a summarized
like
version.
a summarization.
So, first of all, you need to stop yourself from using the phone in places that are going to cause you to watch
that.
pornography, and in stop watching things that are going to cause you to do it as well. So how do you do that? When you're going to the bathroom, instead of taking your phone, take a book, read a book, or do something different.
Or don't
Train-
do anything at
don't-
all. Train
I
yourself
mean,
not to need it.
Train yourself not to need it, but at the same time, like we know as people of this generation, we always need to be stimulated. Take a book, take something that's different. That feeling of paper and not being on the technology and seeing images and all of that, because you might accidentally see an image you even didn't want to see, but because of that, you're now getting thoughts in your brain that you want to do that. So take a book, do something different. That's just in the bathroom. Same with your bed. If you think going on your phone at the last 30 minutes before you sleep is going to cause you to see something bad, then how about you read a book in the last 30 minutes or do something different, work on something different. Talk to your family, spend more time with your family. If you start having those thoughts, turn off your phone straight away and just talk with your parents or talk with your sister, your sibling, and engage, And the biggest thing as well is to make sure you're going to the gym or doing physical exercises, because that releases the actual dopamines that you need to release compared to the numbness of the dopamines that you get from pornography, social media, music, all of that. The gym takes all of those dopamines that you need in the right way.
Yeah, it could be gym, could be sport, whatever someone finds that's actually beneficial for them.
100%.
It could be you have a passion for reading, art, anything that it doesn't have to be gym for everyone. For me, it is gym.
And we're 100% going to get into that after we break it up with a top 5 draft segment.
No. Stewie, do you have an announcement?
Well. Now we're gonna have a breakup segment of the top.
Top 5. First one's going to be top 5 Nintendo games or
Nintendo
Wii
Wii games.
Top
Nintendo
5
Wii games of all
Nintendo
time.
Wii games of all time.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Stewie.
you, Stewie. Appreciate that one. My guy.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
He's so dead, bro. No problem, man.
All right. So the thing is, because we know that we're going to have
A lot of the
super
same.
similar. Because how it works is if I choose, so we're going to go in turns. We have 1 to 5. We have to pick best 5 games. Any best 5 games of Wii games for this topic.
If someone chooses one game, the other person can't choose that game. It's a
Yeah.
draft pick. It's like having a selection of 10 things and
Like
each
picking
person
teams. And you have
it's
10
picking a
people.
team.
If that person takes one guy, you can't take that same guy.
Exactly.
So we both know what our first top game is. So we're going to play paper, scissors, rock, or rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors to find out who goes first.
All right, ready?
Paper,
Paper,
scissors,
scissors,
rock.
rock. Yes! Yes! I get it. My number one pick. Oh, my phone. My number one pick, Mario Party 8. The best game of all time. Do not even come at me, bro.
Yeah. What do we just talk about?
Yeah. Nah, like I was at a store. It's called CEX. You buy used games and old consoles and all that. And I was buying Mario Party 8 because I missed it so much. I wanted to play it again. Me and had been trying to find it from that shop for ages. I take it to the counter and I'm talking to the guy there and he goes, "No, Saeed was with me. All right." So I'm telling him, "Trust me, bro. It might be a bit pricey, but it is the best game, the best Wii game of all time." And then the guy, the teller was that? I
The
don't know.
counter?
The counter. I don't know why I said the teller.
Bro's living in the 80s.
Yeah. The guy at the counter goes, "Oh yeah, I liked one of the Mario Party games. It's the one with the city." And that's the
Yeah.
that's the one in Mario Party. I'm like, yes, that's the one. That's why it's the best. That's why he's the GOAT.
There is no Mario Party game like it. It's had all the maps were so big. There was so much in a map. There were so many things.
different things, the candy system, all that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
there's
all right.
so much we can't go. Okay,
Go on. I could talk about it for hours, bro.
so I guess my top one, Mario Galaxy 2.
Ooh,
That's a good one,
That's
right?
a top
That's
one.
a
I'm
good
about to
one.
steal something from you.
I know.
I'm about to really steal something from you. Yeah, I'm
No,
about to
I know what
steal
it is.
one.
Now come on.
My number 2 pick, Super
No!
Paper Mario.
No, you took it from me.
Super Paper Mario
Bro.
is such an amazing game for being on the Wii.
It's so long. Stop.
It's
It's literally so long, descriptive. There's so much story, and it's so intricate, and it's
just such a perfect game. Like the story isn't that strong, but there's so much to do. There's so much to do.
100%.
All right, you're number 2.
Oh, you just took my number 2.
I did
Uh,
my second one. Now it's your
I put Mario Bros.
Super Mario Bros.
Wait,
Wii.
that's not my number 2 then.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Wait, so you took everything from me.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your number 3. That is 100% like the staple of
That's-
Nintendo.
That's my second now, yeah?
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
your
'cause
second.
You took everything from me. Go.
Sure.
Go.
Okay, my third. It has to be Mario and Sonic 2012, and the Olympic
Bro!
Games.
You took it again. You took everything. But you took it on one place down, so it's
Yeah.
fine. My next one was Mario Galaxy 1.
Oh man, come on, you can't do it like that.
But,
I was just playing it, on the Switch. You know the game that comes
Oh,
with
the three,
Mario
yeah, yeah.
64, Super Mario Sunshine, and
yeah.
Mario Galaxy. Well, that's your number 3. I'm gonna have to go. My number 4.
But if you take mine again.
I'm gonna say something. It's probably gonna be yours.
What?
Oh, actually, I know what is gonna be yours. Oh, almost deleted it. It's gonna be Wii Sports.
I actually didn't put that down.
You didn't put Wii Sports?
I know this is controversial.
Quite controversial. The number 4 pick for me is Wii Sports.
And I'll
Easily.
I'll
It's so
explain
worldwide.
Why, no. I'll explain why Wii Sports, great, phenomenal,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay?
I know what you're gonna say.
Like you can play all of those in much better games, right? It's so simple. It's got all in one. But why not play Mario Tennis? Why not play the Mario baseball
The
game?
Mario 10.
The
No, you gotta name one. You gotta name one.
I know, okay. But the game after that, so you don't name it. Oh, no, okay. It's Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Brawl.
That's my 4th.
Is it Brawl? No, that's
Yeah.
older.
No, it's Brawl.
The Smash Bros. Had that storyline and all
The
that.
storyline, it was so sick. Anyway, go.
The storyline of the Smash Bros. Ultimate, I think it is, or the
The,
one,
the
the one on the
newest one,
Switch.
it's so bad.
It's mid.
They
very
didn't
mid.
put effort in it.
There was nothing in it. I tried it and I just got bored finding the same people. So then, what would that be? My 5th now?
Yes.
My 5th. Man,
take
there's so
mine.
many
If
on
you-
my list.
If you take mine.
Okay.
Took all of them anyways, but yeah.
No, I'm not gonna take yours. I know what your last one's gonna be. I don't know. It's got to be Mario Kart. Surely
yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
fine.
be Mario Kart.
I don't really enjoy. Like, I'm not like that big of a Mario Kart.
Yeah,
guy, so
yeah.
it's not on my
Mario
top
Kart,
five.
and then when Mario Kart 7 came out, oh man, I
I
was
know that
the
was your
biggest.
thing.
And the theme song is my favorite piano track. I didn't even know it was a piano track
And the
until
best
after
thing,
it came up on Piano Tiles. It's called Pour Under Cabeza or something like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the best
yeah.
piano track.
And when we were at this like GameStop Expo, it's called EB Games in Australia, and they picked you to play Mario Kart 7 on the Wii U. I think was it the Wii U?
It was when the Wii U just came out.
Yeah. And then you played it and you won.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
up against this guy. It was my first time playing on the Wii U.
It's like
And
a
I-
crowd of people.
Yeah, there was a good 30
Yeah.
people, and everyone had their DSs charging and playing and all that.
It's just good
And it
vibes,
was
man.
the best time ever, man. And I just won this race, and I felt like the king. We just walked into the expo
Yeah.
too. So yeah,
So
that's my
sick.
number 5. Go on, I know what it is.
Mario Tennis.
Mario 10. You didn't say Crash Bandicoot.
Oh no, because I'll explain.
Okay, all right.
Crash Bandicoot for me, Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans. I think it's called that, Crash Titans or something like that. I played those on the PSP.
Mhm.
Those are my favorite PSP games. On the Wii, I never really played it, so
That's
I
fair,
can't really
that's
say
fair.
it. But if I had played it on the Wii,
100%.
Mind Over Mutant, it's so far high. Why do they not make any Crash Bandicoot games like that? They make like the old version. This one was when Naughty Dog was the owner or the game studios, and I think they disbanded or something. But they don't make
Ah.
any like open world Crash Bandicoot games anymore. It's just like that run one or the
Yeah, the
karting.
new one.
Yeah, I don't really like it, but I mean it's fine. And
You
now
want
we go into the
the duos. All right.
top 5 duos draft.
Okay,
I'll
do you
go
wanna
first.
All right, wait. Let's make it a bit more of a clip. We were a bit too shaky on the first one. We kept talking too much on each one. So you want to make it
Okay.
a bit more of a clip?
All right.
Actually, you know what? This will be one of the 8-minute clips. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
Okay. All right. We'll go first. Top 5 duos. You ready? You wanna-
Are you ready for me?
Oh, I won first. You go second. Like you'll go.
I'm
This time?
I'm gonna go first now because you went first.
Go
that
on.
one. Okay, mom and dad. That's a good one, yeah.
That is a good one.
You weren't gonna. No one's gonna.
Unless they're divorced, but that is a good one.
Generally speaking, mom and
Generally
dad.
speaking, mom and dad. That is.
That's
top
the
tier.
top one. That's
Surely it has to be. All right, that's fair. My number 1 would have to be Batman and Robin.
okay. Good.
Very iconic.
That's good.
You can't say Batman Superman because it's not. It's just
They're
Batman
not
and
really-
Robin.
yeah.
It's just they're together. You know, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
son basically. So you know,
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, your number 2.
My number 2, I'm gonna steal it from you. Mario and Luigi.
No, I should have said it first.
How have you not put that at first?
I don't know. I forgot. I completely didn't read it off there.
Mario and Luigi is literally like, if you could not have told by our Wii games,
Yeah.
every single one of mine were Mario.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Almost.
I think all of mine were Mario. So
Oh, man.
every single one of them on my list is Mario. Mario is supreme.
It is
The movie
supreme.
was amazing.
Oh, yeah,
And
if you don't like the movie,
you don't like me.
I'm not going to say something. Okay, so is it number 2 now?
You're number 2.
My number 2, I don't want my other one to get stolen. All right. Pikachu and Ash.
Oh, that's a good
Like
one.
Ash and Pikachu.
I didn't think about that one.
Like,
that's
is-
really
that's
good.
It's so good. And it just ended the show too, and it's so sad. And you met the voice actor, the original voice
Oh,
actor of,
yeah, I didn't say
of
that.
Ash.
Right
yeah.
there.
She signed it. You can see the Pikachu. She signed it.
Yeah, that one. Wait.
We got a photo with
Yeah.
her and so. Oh, you got a photo with her.
me and Najib, we got a photo together. It's sick.
It was very nice meeting. She's a lovely person.
Hopefully she comes again to Australia this time. Anyway,
You know,
my number 3. You ready?
yep.
So far, I've had all of the ones that I've wanted. By the way,
All right, go on.
my number 3, Shrek and Donkey. That's a good one.
That is a good one. The augurs, no. That is a good one. That is a good one. All right. My number 3 will have to be you and that one guy you see once a year.
That's a funny one.
It's-
That
it's-
one guy, but when you meet him,
Yeah, you have those 3-hour conversations.
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just the best people. But you never see them. They're always out. All right.
it's good. That was a good one. Okay, then I think I'm. Oh no, my 4th was going to be Batman and Robin. So
Oh.
I guess now, I'm trying to go for iconic, or am I going for what I really enjoyed more?
Up to you.
I'm gonna go for what I enjoyed more, Rick and Morty.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
good one,
no, that
yeah?
is a good
That's
one.
a
That
good
is a good one. We're saying that is a good one to all of them because it is a good one.
They are good ones. Is that my?
They're good. They're
Is
very
that my
good.
5th? That
That was
my
your 4th.
I go.
All right, my 4th will be. Oh, this can sound so nerdy. I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'll go with another one.
Say it.
I was gonna say Naruto and Sasuke.
I didn't think about anime.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone
But-
watching now that doesn't watch anime is like.
Oh my god, he's so cringe.
I mean, to be fair, just look at our shelf.
That is fair.
It's to be expected.
It is.
It's fine.
But yeah, that's my number 4. Go with number 5.
This is a tough one. I think it's either one of two. If you don't pick the one that I'll say it in the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Buzz and Woody.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
a
even
good
think
one.
about that at all.
That's a sick one.
That is a top one. That is so good. I can't believe I didn't think about that. All right. Then my number 5. I've got so many. I'm stuck between 2. I'll mention the others later then. All right. I'm gonna have to go with Tom and Jerry.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, Tom and
I
Jerry.
had Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, Stewie's thinking
Stewie.
about it.
Good
Right,
decision
Stewie, you
right
had
there.
that one.
Good decision. Dab me up.
Yeah.
Dab me up.
You know, he was thinking about it too.
I'm surprised I was able to get all my duos out, but man, you took literally my original 5: Mario Party 8, Mario Galaxy 2, Super Paper Mario, Mario Bros, and Mario Galaxy 1.
Yeah, I had so many Wii games that weren't even taken. I had Mario Baseball, Lego
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh, that wasn't really Wii, was it? It was more
I
DS.
had Mario Galaxy, Smash Bros. I think those are the 2 that were
Yeah.
still left. So yeah, it was good though.
Nah, that was good. We should make this a segment every podcast.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Always switch it up.
Switch
be
it up,
new.
get some mini games. When we get more people on, we'll do prediction scoring or scoring prediction.
like what, like sports and stuff.
Yeah, something
Anything,
like
could
that.
be anything.
Anything. Someone want to sponsor us so we can get a spin wheel.
We are broke. We have no money. I not get paid. I still editor and I get no money. Please, somebody. You couldn't even see it.
I know.
That
I was trying to get
really
on
bad.
camera, but it
That was
didn't work.
really bad. Do you want to get back to being the best version of yourself?
Let's go.
Self-help.
Let's
and-
go.
And yeah.
I'm gonna quickly end off the last segment, not like top 5, the last segment with one more tip.
Go on.
The best tip to stop pornography and addictions and all of that. Why are you looking at me in that way? Like,
I know, because I was going to make a joke, but I didn't.
Yeah, don't. Anyway, the best tips to stop pornography is to do the one off, one on method. And how it works is okay, you do one day and then go off one day, do one day, go off 2 days, do one day, go off 3 days, go one day, go off 4 days, and keep doing it like that until you reach 2 weeks. Because that's the hardest point to pass.
Like the benchmark.
Yeah, that's the benchmark. Most people can't surpass 2 weeks. If you're going past 2 weeks, don't do it again. And as much as you think about it, you might like try and like do your ultimate best to not relapse. Because think about what's the point? What are you gaining out of wasting your time on it? You could be doing so much more. You find yourself like wasting like 30 minutes, an hour just scrolling through these videos. And this goes for all the addictions we mentioned. And so
100%.
that's the best method to get out of it. And again, if anyone needs advice, anyone needs help, again, I've, through my experience, I've been through all these and I've prevented everything that I'm mentioning, and I'm able to help with you two.
Huh?
No,
No,
you're looking at me like,
no. I thought of a good segue. Sorry, go on.
okay, yeah, all of these things that I'm mentioning. So if you want to DM me on amv.e, I'm always here to help. And yeah, and now.
So, you're going to need a lot of help. What else do you need? Motivation. Let's talk about motivation.
Motivation.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Run us through motivation.
Motivation. So you want to, the question is, do you need motivation?
Yeah.
Do you need motivation, how to attain it, and what to do when you have it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need motivation? It can definitely help, but I don't believe it is, you're never going to always have motivation. You have to assign these goals. You have to assign what you want.
You have to have discipline.
You have
That's
to
what
have
it is.
discipline to not need it to be able to keep going. Because all motivation is going to do is make you hype. It's going to make you just ready. I have many days where after you've raged on Valorant for so long and you get angry and you get into a mood, and then I get into a mood. Like, I'm not calling you, I'm just joking.
But sometimes, listen, look, last 2 days, I got treated well in Valorant. I'm doing pretty good, I'm doing better than I expected, but, yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
other days, I kind of get a bit mad, what I'm saying?
when the environment is bad around me, it affects my mood a bit. So I'm always positive, alhamdulillah, and always I'm striving towards goals, motivated. But when the vibes around me are kind of negative, I start to feel that effect. Same with the weather being rainy and cloudy, I start to feel that effect. When it's sunny, I love it. Like, I love a sunny day.
Everyone's affected differently with that sort of stuff. So you're talking about the weather,
Yeah.
talking about your environment. Some people could be their parents,
100%.
anything. Some people could be their friends, the way they get
Yeah.
treated. Everything can put someone down, or obviously some people have insecurities that get pointed out to them.
Yeah.
That can put them down, but they need to be able to look past that and be able to have that motivation without have that discipline, not motivation
Yeah.
anymore.
And when you do get that motivation, then you can use it on the stuff that you are working towards. But you need to be already working towards these goals.
It just gives you a boost.
It gives you that boost that you got to think about it. Everyone else is again, as I said, in the loop. They're just doing nothing. You stepping out of that bubble will make that change. You will see yourself grow so much faster than everyone else. Everyone's maturing at 25, 30, 35. Genuinely, people are maturing at that age and actually striving towards goals at that age. When people listening to this are way younger, or I'd hope they'd be.
Yeah, they have a chance to stop everything they're doing and say, I really, think about it. A lot of people, you hear too much that life is short.
Yeah.
But then you'll be like, man, I'm 17 now.
Yeah.
8 years from now, I'll be 25.
Yeah.
What can you really achieve in 8 years? Like, realistically, in 8 years, you could do so much. You can't even fathom it until you've done it.
Literally, think about me in the past year, how we've achieved all this stuff, the podcast, me working on myself, seeing all this come in just 1 year. Imagine 8 years. Imagine how much you can grow from being from nothing to something. Same with my editing account. When I did editing, it took a year of just learning and whatnot. And then after that year, I got 1,000. And then after that, it cut to a couple months. I got 2,000. And then skip 2-3 years later, almost 100K. I've dropped now. But anyway, I was at 100K. And it's because it's not, some days I didn't want to edit. Some days I didn't want to work on this podcast. Some days I didn't want to do uni work, But the fact that you have the goal in mind in the end, that develops your motivation, because your motivation is you want to achieve this set point, if you want to achieve being rich, if you want to achieve, being financially stable, being happy, being content, having enough, all of these goals that you want to do, marriage, you need to strive towards that. And you can't do that if you're only relying on motivation. Motivation is like the 2 times XP boost.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you need to still always be
You need to
running.
be grinding every day. two times XP just helps.
Exactly. And one of the biggest things that prevent motivation is overthinking.
Oh my
What a-
god, we're on a roll today,
what a
bro.
segue,
Bro,
what a segue, what a
We're doing
segue.
too well, man. This is what it's like when it's civil 2-person podcast. There's
Three
no
person.
more. Sorry, my bad.
Oh.
3-person. 3-person.
Ow.
I think with overthinking, it's just a matter of, it's just a bundle of just what ifs. You go to attack one task or one subject or one activity, and you surrounding yourself with the different opinions, the different what ifs. This happens, what if this happens, what if this goes wrong, what if this goes right. You just need to channel your focus on achieving that goal that you want. And obviously, it's great to have a little bit of overthinkingness, because like you have to.
It's healthy.
It's
in a
healthy
way,
because
but-
you have to be mindful. Sorry, yeah.
No, I was saying it's healthy to an extent.
Yeah.
Everything's healthy to an extent.
But some people will overthink so much they won't do the action because they get too scared that it's like you shoot yourself in the leg before you even start
Yeah.
running, and that's what overthinking does to you. You just need to say to yourself, okay, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. We've made mistakes in the past, but we learn from them. If whatever happens is the best of what was ever gonna happen to you, this is your plan. It's never gonna change. Your past, present, future. It's one line. So think about, evaluate the risks, evaluate the pros and cons, and make a educational decision or guess, and go for that task, go for that, whatever it is, and achieve it. And instead of thinking about, this is gonna happen, this might go wrong, my YouTube channel is not gonna work out, my uni, maybe I'm gonna change my uni degree, maybe I'm gonna do that. All of these things are going to play in your mind. Just stick to one thing and go for it. And you will find yourself getting out of it if you think it's not right for you during the time that you're pursuing it.
But as long as it's your decision, not other people making you make
100%,
that
yeah.
decision. And I was gonna say, I'm kind of forgetting now because you were going on, and I'm trying to remember what I wanted to say. When people, a big argument, people be like, "Oh, I'll stop overthinking when the thoughts stop being right."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one thing, you can't give up on yourself so easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't give up so fast to the point where you do something 1, 2, 3 times. Like, you got to keep on going. Doesn't matter what it is, just keep on trying. And if it really is that bad for you, switch over to something else.
100%.
Like, you can't lose hope. That's a big thing. You always got to have hope. Always.
And how are you going to do all these things? By writing everything down. Write your goals. Write what you want to achieve. How are you going to achieve it? Don't look at the final goal. I'm not just looking. I never looked at marriage. We're never
You're
looking
not even
at
there
just-
yet, so you can't.
I mean, inshallah soon. But I never looked at, or we're never looking at just money, rich, whatever. You have to break it down into sub goals and little beats to be able to attack those and achieve those. And you slowly, over time, you will see how far you've come after just striving to do the little things. So because it's almost the end of the podcast, I want to just, help you guys. I want you, please, at home, make a list of things that you think are negative about yourself and things you can improve on, things that you want to achieve, like even if it's just confidence, good attributes, things that you want to get closer to when it comes to God and family, all of that. Write all of this down, and then think about how are you going to achieve it, what's stopping you from achieving it, and evaluate that solution and go for it.
Yeah, like, you give yourself some time period goals, and obviously you're never going to be perfect. Everyone's going to fall back a bit. Everyone's going to relapse a tiny bit. And you got to be able to kick back again. You got to be able to push forward after you fail that one time and push even further, fall back a bit, push even further, fall back a bit. But as long as you keep on going.
We all make mistakes. This
It's
is how
human.
we learn.
It's
That's how we
human.
learn. Just the whole point of what we're telling you guys today, and what we're going to hopefully keep bringing on these types of topics, is to help you prevent all these outcomes of negativity. So I appreciate you guys for listening. Hopefully we'll be bringing on these topics again. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, follow Instagram, TikTok, rate us 5 stars on Spotify so we can get in the charts. And if you want to help out, support us, just DM me and sponsor us, please.
Sponsor us.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in another episode of EasyCast.